butt knuckles, Total MK fan here, finally with another Total Drama video, and this time about one of my favorite Total Drama casts ever. Yes, I'm talking about the reboot.
Sorry, Jay Wonders, but they are the best cast. Nothing you guys say can change my mind about it.
But today I'm not gonna talk about the good things. I'm gonna talk about the less good things, kind of mid things, because I'm not gonna talk about season 1 and yes, season 2. More specific, the characters from season 2 and rank them from worst to best. This is gonna be hard.
And why season 2 and not 1, you might ask? Well, it's definitely not because I have all the episodes from season 2 on my phone, and again, it did well problem, and I'm not in the mood to download and try to find the reboot season 1 episodes. It's definitely not because of it, but because it's actually because of it, sorry. But first, some things are here, okay? I'm just counting season 2. Anything they did in season 1, like elimination reasons or strategies, I won't count. Just if it was worse or best than season 1. And another thing is this just my opinion, okay? If you have a different one, comment down below and explain why. And if you disagree with me, I'll explain why you disagree too. And that's it. Oh, and another thing, this here, I'm just gonna say the 6 worst characters from the season, not the top 16 of the characters, because it's a bit faster this way. So today will be just the worst, even though I don't like them. So let's start this one with the worst reboot season 2 character and reboot general that it is. Number 16, Nichelle. Well, what I can say about Nichelle? Okay, she trained before this season so she could be better at challenges. She was good at challenges, and that's it. That's all I have to say about her. Maybe I could talk about her battle with Julia or friendship with Damien, but these things have more screen time than, I don't know, nothing. It's just super simple, and the character does nothing and has nothing. No personality besides you can get a challenges and mad at Hollywood because she has to remember that Hollywood was terrible at her. Every 5 seconds had to say something about Hollywood, that she wasn't a good actress in Hollywood because they didn't want her because of last season or because fuck off Hollywood. Just this. Besides that, this character has nothing. I mean, people don't like her in season 1 because she was really bad at challenges and a crying baby that was whining and complaining about stuff. But I like her more in season 1 because at least she has a personality. She had this moment doing something that wasn't the challenge, you know? She was crying, being pathetic, and the whining baby, yes, but at least she was something. And that's it. I have nothing more to say about Nichelle in this season, or the last one, or something. She's there. Yeah, no personality, no plots, nothing. That's it. Nichelle, the nothing. That's her name now. It's not Nichelle Nadana. It's Nichelle, the nothing. I'm here. She exists. No, actually, she can have a name. Nichelle, fuck off to Hollywood. That's it. And that's it. I have nothing more to say about her. I gotta move on to the next position because if I'm gonna talk about Nichelle, I'm gonna keep here trying to, like, it's like you're trying to get a milk out of a rock. You can't do this because it's not gonna work because it has nothing there. And it shows this, it's nothing. So let's move on for the next position. Number 15, Caleb. In season 1, he was the first boot, so we didn't have too much to say about him besides being the first boot. And in season 2, this didn't change much. He stayed basically, you know what? I think Chris can explain this better for you guys.
It's tough to be creative when working with junk like this. Under worst fears, you wrote snakes, basic. Clowns, basic. Caleb, you basic.
And it's basically it. He's basic. He's not a bad character, okay? I think people hate him too much, but he's still not one of the best. And being a finalist, we expect him to be a great character. I mean, look all the finalists we had in other seasons, or even in this season. Julian and Wayne are like a character full of personality, full of things to do, full of things to talk about them. Even though Wayne being a finalist is not a good thing, but you have things a lot to say about them. No, Caleb, you don't have too much besides the Priya plot and this. At least, I'm gonna say something, he's funny, at least for me, because the way he, I don't know, screams and his voice is just hilarious. So he's funny, but it's not on purpose, and I think it's just for me because I laugh so much every time this dude gets scared or something, because his voice actor is, the voice is hilarious, okay? Look, every time I see this scene, I laugh.
Oh no, that's impossible! No! Cloud snakes, new worst fear!
This final thing he does in the end, I can't. It's funny. It's not. I don't know why. It's just so ridiculous that it's funny. But now talk about this biggest problem with the character, that is the Priya plot. I just feel sorry for him because Priya, he's a terrible girlfriend, but he isn't a saint, and he has the most confusing character development here, because he started the season trying to manipulate Priya, so you think he's going to be a villain or just a guy that's manipulating her and she doesn't want to have something serious, but then starts liking her and they start a love plot, a relationship, okay, until it's fine, it's consistent, but then they broke up, and then they get back together again, and then Julia makes a deal with Caleb, and Priya gets mad, and then they have this thing with Julia and the deal that it doesn't make sense, because then we have this scene here.
Perfect. Wait, what? Please don't tell her.
But that's double dishonest.
Dude, weren't you in the start of the season trying to manipulate Priya to things for alliance and those stuff? Why now you being all morals and not games since the start you weren't like this? I mean, this doesn't make sense at all. Like, they changed the writer in the middle of the season and he forgot what Caleb was, and then he made this because it doesn't make sense. Like, what? And I could talk more about his relationship with Priya, but I think I'll let this one for Priya because this is the biggest problem from her and not him. It's a problem for Caleb too, but not as big as Priya. But I think that's it. Oh, and I can think about him being good at challenges, but being good at challenges or not doesn't mean the character is good or bad. Like, a lot of characters I like are terrible at challenges, so I don't think, oh, but he's good at challenges, so he's gonna be the best. Like, Nichelle proved that this is wrong. You can be amazing at challenge, but being a boring character. And I don't know, Caleb is not boring, but none of the best. I mean, he's, like Chris said, basic. Like, oh, he's there. Okay, a good character. Yeah. Let's move on to the next one. Things are now gonna get interesting. Number 14, Axel. Before any kind of opinion or before anything that is related to the character and the ranking, I need to make this question because I have this in a long time and no one ever had this question before. Why Axel's voice is so weird? Not the voice actor's voice that is good and fit the character. I'm talking about her voice volume. Like, when a normal character talks, it talks like this, blah, 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 character, whatever. But why when Axel's when she's talking, her voice gets lower and lower the volume when she's almost common whisper. Notice this. Every time she's talking, she's doing this, and then you go talking it now. Now it's like this. Look.
Apparently being friendly betters your chance of winning. So this season, I'm gonna make a real effort to be nicer. I've done survival training, shark attacks, zombie outbreaks, alien invasions, but nothing prepared me for being stuck to this guy's butt.
I don't know, it's funny and weird at the same time. She's talking like this, but then her voice going like this, and then she go back again to the normal voice tone, and then she go like this again. It doesn't make sense watch this, but it's funny anyway. So let's not move on to the character things that she done, because now I'm gonna be talking about her voice all the more. So on the video, I can be real here. I was really liking Axel this season. She was really good. I mean, her season 2 was really cool character, so she didn't change too much and stay really cool. Until episode 4 and, you know, that. Yeah, this thing here.
I don't like Rip Axel. I mean, she's still good in this episode when she's not with Ripper, but when she's with Ripper, it's just disgusting. I really dislike this. But she's still good and more likable than the other two, because before Ripper, she was really good, and when she's not with Ripper, she's also good, but when she's with him, it's... I can't. Episode 6 and 7... No, 6 is the worst ones. The episode 7, I can't pass the little... Oh, they weren't that bad. Oh, no, wait, okay, they weren't that bad, but the episode 6 was the worst. I mean, the problem is not the ship itself. The ship could have worked. The problem is the way it happened and what happened to Axel because of it. Because if Ripper, they didn't ruin the character. The character in season 2, Ripper, is still good, okay? It's still good. But Axel just goes the downgrade because she does nothing besides being a Ripper. Even when she's not with him, when they start dating, she doesn't do much. She doesn't... No, nothing. It's sad because it had a potential to have a revenge plot because of Ripper, because I think a revenge plot was way better than a romance, or a revenge plot that becomes a romance, like enemies to lovers. But no, they just... Ripper goes make a... I forgot what he's doing. Is it the poem, I guess? Yeah, he makes a poem and Axel fall in love with him and they start making out a lot and doesn't stop. It's like watching Jeff and Bridget again, but at least they are healthy, I guess. Another problem is interactions, because Axel interacted with basically no one besides Ripper. As I remember, she had one interaction with Nichelle and one with Emma, but I think it doesn't even count the... No, it counts the Emma one, but yeah, it was like one and like just one phrase. So, yeah. And besides Ripper, she didn't have good interactions with anyone, or basically interaction with any other contestant here, as I remember. The only reason I put her above the other two is because at least she has a really good episode. That is the third episode of Reboot Season 2, because that episode is just so funny, and her interactions with Ripper are really good. I mean, I love her interactions with Ripper before they start dating. They were really funny, and the way she treats him is like super realistic because she doesn't love him at this point, and seeing that is really cool and was completely destroyed when they started dating. I think it would be better if Rip Axel happened when she was eliminated. Like, Ripper does the poem when she's going home and they kiss, and then it's over. But no, they had to do it before and the whole thing happened. But that's the only reason I put Axel above Caleb and Nichelle, because besides that, she was a okay character that was derailed in the season. She was started good in the first 3 episodes, but then had episode 4 ending, and episode 5 was bad for her. 6 was just sad, and 7 was a bit funny, but still not good. So yeah, Axel was mediocre this season, just like Caleb. I just think she's better than them because episode 3. But if it wasn't for this episode, she would be way lower in this list, maybe even behind Nichelle. So let's move on to the next character. That this one is going to have a problem with some fans. That I know she has a lot of them. Yep, we're gonna talk about the character that I hated for a long time while watching this thing. Yeah, I'm talking about her. Number 13, the psycho girlfriend. I mean Priya. Sorry, it's just so similar, the two things. Wow, I mean Priya. Look, she wasn't bad at the start of the season. I actually like her in the first 3 episodes. But then it all throws out the window and I start to hate her even more every episode that passed. Episode 1, 2, 3. Alright, a kind of bad leader, but yeah, okay. Have cool interactions. But at the end of episode 3, the things started to... Like, girl, your best friend was just eliminated. And her reaction was, do a sad face. Really? Just that? All the characters that have great interactions with each other have a sad goodbye. Wayne Raj, Boy Raj, MK Julia. Even Damian Wayne and Raj didn't even interact too much, but they have a more sad goodbye to Mila and Priya. Like, she's just our best friend, and the only thing she does is a sad face, like, girl, what the hell? But I can't blame her completely in this. But in the next episode, she was a terrible leader. Like, terrible leader. Emma was doing something wrong. Yes, she was, because she wasn't being useful because of her opinions, and I guess it is A, I guess it's B. Alright, but instead of just pretending that she's helping and leave her really far away, just tell her, hey, Emma, you're not getting it right, so what about we do the opposite are you doing? You know? Like a normal person would do, like ask, instead of just pretending, no, stay here with your eyes closed and your ears covered and we just doing stuff here. Like, come on, of course she would get mad if she find out she was a lie. But now, she couldn't think of this. And the end of the episode, well, Priya was terrible. It's her fault that they lost. It's her fault everything happened. Oh, but Emma, she was bad in the challenge. Oh, okay, whatever. But Priya was also as bad as her, okay? And the elimination happened, and you think after everything that happened, Emma would vote for Priya, Axel and Nichelle also vote for Priya because they were really mad at Priya at the challenge, and probably Z because Priya was a jerk with him in the challenge, or just because screaming at him, or just because Emma told him to vote for Priya because you can say everything to Z and he does. So it would make sense, right? No, they decided to eliminate Emma instead.
Are you kidding me?
That is the problem of Priya in the season. They get a character that had nothing more to do with and put her really far in the game. They made a lot of characters with a lot of potential because they needed Priya to have more things. They needed Priya to have a boyfriend. They needed Priya to get far. And this was a really dumb idea because she went far and just did dumb stuff, and people that deserve a placement like hers didn't get the placement because Priya have it. I complain a lot about Emma being eliminated in this episode, and I explain why. I'm gonna make a video about what Emma should have done in this season, but I think it's really necessary because a lot of YouTubers just did this before. But yeah, they have a lot of flaws with Emma, a lot of things with Emma, but no, we need Priya in another character too, because this happens a lot of times. Like, besides Emma, we still have a lot of characters that were eliminated before her. They could have done a lot of things. Like, Chase was eliminated before her. Emma, like I said, was eliminated before her. Nichelle was eliminated before her. Axel and Reaper were eliminated before her. Raj was eliminated before her. Damon and MK were eliminated before her. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you think Damon and MK didn't have enough to do, but Priya had? I mean, come on! I like to imagine the writers doing this season and be exactly like this. Well, I have the ideas for next season. Can you guess what I have for the next season? Let me guess, more screen time for the characters that didn't have in season 1 and more interesting plots? What? No, this is ridiculous. Who thinks this would be a good idea? No one's going to watch a season like this. What people want to watch is Priya. What? Exactly. Priya. We need all her screen time, all her good placements. We just don't put her in the finale because we can put the character in the finale twice. She's gonna have a boyfriend, she's gonna be a toxic girlfriend. We're gonna forget the plot of her parents because no one cares about it. And of course, a lot of screen time, a lot. And what about the characters that were eliminated last season super early? Forget about them. They don't matter. All that matters is Priya. Okay. Even the Ring of Fire. Okay, it's a good idea. Yeah, a great idea. Yeah, it must be definitely like this. But anyway, back to Priya. I think I should mention that screen hog is not only her problem in her relationship with Caleb, because when she's just have a crush on Caleb, it's okay, it's normal, a bit embarrassing sometimes, but it's okay. But when broke up, my god, this girl become fucking, I don't know, a psycho killer, because I thought she would kill Caleb. Wait, she even tries to kill Caleb. Let's see here.
Whoa! Where did that come from? Did you do that on purpose?
For legal reasons, I'll say no.
And people saying that Millie almost killing Damon accidentally was a bad thing. Haha, you don't know nothing. And just keeps getting worse and worse, and they broke up and get back together again, they broke up and get back together again. It's like watching Chase and Emma again, but without the funny parts or the charisma the two characters have, because Caleb has the same charisma as a fucking rock, and Priya is, yeah, crazy. At least she's funny, because I personally think when she's in her crazy psycho girlfriend mode, it's actually funny. The faces she have, or when she just screams because she's angry, it's funny. but still ridiculous and doesn't fit the character. If it was them, I would understand, because she had angry problems. Now, Priya? I could do a whole video explaining why Caleb and Priya is one of the most toxic ships in the whole reboot or in the whole show, because Priya is really toxic and aggressive even in the finale, because she was fine in the finale, she was supporting him. No, she didn't. I watched the whole scene, I was like, this is super uncomfortable, because it really seems like a passive-aggressive action. You know, like she's like, you need to win this, or I promise I'm gonna break up with you. You better win this, or I break your both legs. You know, those kind of stuff. Of course, she didn't do this because she's not evil and they couldn't have Priya to do this. But the vibe was that they just, oh my god, it's okay, I forgive you and everything in the end, because it's not going to end like this. Believe me, if season 3 happens, they're going to break up again. And this time for good, hopefully. But yeah, she's just in this position because she had 3 good episodes and really funny scenes. And that's it, she's still one of the worst of the season. She go to the dislike part of the season. Nichelle, Caleb, and Axel, I don't even really have a great opinion on them, but they not in dislike tier, but they like the I don't give a fuck. At least Priya have a solid opinion and a bit more things to say about her, but still not good enough. And I really think the next season will be way better if she's the first boot. And before you guys complain,
one of the reasons you think Priya is bad because she had a lot of screen time, but Julia also has a lot of screen time.
okay, I'm going to get into this later, but screen time is not the problem. The problem is doing nothing good with the screen time, okay? Alright, now let's move on to the next position. There's actually 2 characters in the same position because they lasted like 2 episodes. I mean, 3 and 2 episodes, so let's move on. Positions 12 and 11, Scary Girl, Lauren, Scary, yeah, a lot of names, and Chase. Okay, you might be asking why I put the first 2 eliminated contestants this high on the list. Well, I have an explanation. Just because they were the first eliminated contestants on the season doesn't mean they were bad. I prefer contestants eliminated early but it was super good than a character that lasts longer than everyone and is extremely bad and annoying. It started with Scary Girl. She had a new look for this season that I think is completely awful. Like, she looks like she just came out of Safari or something. But the idea, it's cool and it works. She wants to be normal. She wants to be normal for the camera so she can at least go far to the game. And her design, normal design, be way more weird and creepy than the normal design that she uses normally, is super funny and it's a great idea. It's just a shame they did this idea just for 1 episode because she was the first boot, so it only lasts 1 episode because she reappears in the finale and she's exactly how she is, the goth look and everything. But I think was a good idea. It just didn't lasted more than 1 episode. Another thing is her plan was really dumb. Like, she was spying on everyone here to know how it's to be a normal teen. This is actually a really dumb idea because look what we have in the cast. Like, what? And it's the reason why she was eliminated because everyone got scared. She was observing everyone and they eliminated her. I think it was a real waste of potential there, but I understand. And I think she fits the first boot. I just hope they don't do this again next season. I really want Scary Girl to go far. But at least we had the finale that she was super funny. Every time she appeared on the screen was hilarious, especially when she interacted with MK. I need more Scary Girl and MK interactions because they so good together, and Scary Girl was actually acting normal to MK. I mean, she didn't mention anything about killing or scaring her too much. She was even being a total, you know, sarcastic thing. With MK, she was sarcastic, like the whole gun thing, and it was really funny. So I think next season they should be in the same team, and Scary Girl can go really far with MK because they kind of have this crazy thing. Scary Girl's completely crazy, but MK is not a saint, and she's not the same level of craziness. But remember season 1 when she was controlling the shields? That was a psychopath right there. As for Chase, he did basically nothing in the first episode, but it's still funny sometimes. And we have the scene in the challenge when she's running, trying to pass the challenge while the chef's grandma is throwing balloons. That seems freaking epic. Like, come on, was the best chase moments ever in the season. But he's this higher on the list because episode 2, the episode he's eliminated, he's hilarious, like super hilarious. He's trying to record just the intro from a video and failing every time because people don't shut up. It's so relatable now that I record videos, and it's so much funnier this way, and it's always hilarious. He's starting the intro with the classic yo yo yo, it's your boy Chase, and every time he fails, it's funny, and people mad at him and say he did the challenge, and always in a funny way, like MK in the scene.
Totally going to be the one. But now, thanks to you, I gotta start over.
If I were you, I'd start over from birth.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's just hilarious every time he does this, and it doesn't get boring. The only problem is, this is the reason why he was eliminated, but I think it was a good sacrifice. I would sacrifice my placement in the show to be remembered as super funny. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't do this. And I understand he's being an early boot, it fits the character. I just wish in the next season, if we have a next season, he goes really far. But just like I said in the top 7 underrated characters, I don't think he needs a redemption arc or something because the character is good enough like this, just being a dumb jerk that does dumb stuff and it's hilarious, you know? I think that's enough. But maybe just a reconciliation, Emma? But they getting together again? No, please, no, okay? But just that, and that's all I have to say about Chase because enough now he didn't do much. But episode 2, he was just so good and so funny that he's better than all the characters that are behind the list. So I'm putting this character in the 11th position and Scaregirl in the 12th position. I'm just putting them together because I don't have a lot to say about that. So that's it. Top 6 worst total drama characters from the Reboot Season 2. Okay, I don't hate all of them. As you see, this last show, I don't hate them. I just think they are the weakest characters here. And in the next video will be the top 5 neutral characters. You know, I don't dislike them, but I don't think they are the best. I like them. They are neutral. I need to think of the title, but you understand. They are good. But the other 5 that will appear in a part 3 are the best characters of the season. That's not hard to do. I guess you guys probably know who I'm going to put at number 1 because, right? But well, that's it. Like, subscribe, those stuff that I really don't care about it. But you know how YouTube works. I need to ask this, so goodbye. The top 6 worst adventure camp, no, total drama. My God, I'm getting confused here. What the hell?